But I came to the point of where it just nothing seemed right. I didn't, the physical wounds and mental and wounds you don't see as well. And in these 8 steps, there's scripture for each one.
How did faith play a role in your recovery process?
Well, I think it was the foundation of my healing. The scripture readings and the prayer and the quiet time that God helped me to regain a perspective and a purpose. I came to the point after the Marine Corps that I know that is a purpose. That's my purpose, to be a tax accountant and help people. And I spent several years, a lot of years doing that, 50. But I came to the point of where it just nothing seemed right. It seems as though it no longer was a purpose or something. I couldn't quite understand, but so I have to quit. I got to quit this. It's more pressure than I want, more pressure than I can handle. And then when I had started the recovery, and that's when I realized that my purpose now is to get my message out, to let people know how I recovered from all the wounds, physical wounds and mental and wounds you don't see as well. By doing that, I believe that God has given me another purpose to go forward.
Thank you. That's really very awesome, being able to know your purpose and working in it and being a channel of blessing to others. That is the ultimate for most believers or Christians. What daily practices or discipline helped you become or help you regain balance and purpose?
Well, Grace, that's in the book. It's what I call a praiser. Each letter stands for a process. It starts with action and then prayer. Reading is the first letter of each A praiser, and then affirmations, and then inscribing, which is the gratitude journal, and then seeing God's promises. That's the visualization, and the exercise, and then rest. Those 8 actions I put into, which is the work every morning when I get up. My wife and I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and we do that to pray, to read, to meditate. And I go through that plan of doing those 8 steps every morning so that I plan the action with God's guidance, because I know if I plan the action on my own, I'm going to be looking for help again. And then I have my prayers for the day. And in these 8 steps, there's scripture for each one. So each one is founded in scripture, each of these actions. And so I have Bible verses for each one of those steps. So I go through that every morning before we leave the house and go to the fitness center. And having that discipline has also helped restore the balance to my spirituality, mentally and physically.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's quite important for people to have that daily devotion, their maker with God, in order for your day to go smoothly. And because, like you said, it's become a habit. It's become something you do continuously and consistently. So it's now part and parcel of who you are, who your wife is. And possibly this will also impact your readers to say, look, before you start the day, you need to pray, you need to exercise reading the word, because without the word, how can you grow? How can you begin to know Christ? Because it's the word in a nutshell.
Yes.
Be safe and be positive. And don't forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you. Bye for now.